Hey guys, today I'm going to show you how to play Sam. It's my first time doing one of these brawler guides, so let me know what you liked and what you didn't, and I'll make those changes in the next one. Once again, comment a brawler you want to see a guide for, and I'll make one for the most liked, without repeats, so I'm not making another Sam guide. Starting off with some general information, you want to be on the Magnet Field gadget, it's much better. And you also want to be on Hardy Recovery, which is also a lot better. Sam has two of the best gadgets and star powers and also two of the worst. There's no reason to ever use the other two. They're really bad, so always be on Magnet Field and Hardy Recovery. The best gears, I would say, would be damage and gadget gear. You can use speed or health as well, but they're more situational because you're getting a lot of HP anyway from the star power, so the health isn't that much, and the speed is not that good because you're also getting speed from your super. For the modes you want to be playing in, his best is probably Brawl Ball. He's got a lot of HP, a lot of speed, and he almost always has a super for a goal. But honestly, he's pretty viable in every game mode, as long as you stay away from really open maps, and it's even fine if the mid of the map is open. As long as some of the lanes are closed off, he can still play very well. If it's full open, shooting star, but even then, he can still sort of play on it. He's very well rounded, he can play on anything. For the most part, Sam is going to match up well against low damage brawlers. As long as they don't have too much knockback or stuns, he does very well. There's really nothing they can do. Sam has pretty much the most HP in the game. Obviously Frank has more, but Sam has constant healing. So if they're low damage, you can just run at them and they can't really do anything. He doesn't do well against high DPS brawlers like Bull, Shelly, brawlers like that just shred him. He's going to play a lot worse into them. And also people with lots of stuns and slows like Gale, Colette are going to be very good. Alright, now I'll talk about the more basic techniques you're going to use when you're playing him. Most importantly, you want to conserve the speed you get from his super. Every time you super, you're going to get a 3-second speed boost. If you put it at max range and run to it, it's going to make yourself a target. So if you want to keep getting the speed, you put it to a wall that's in your path and then pick it up each time and then throw it to a new wall. You want to put it in your path so you don't have to go out of your way to pick it up. It looks like it's easy to pick up, but sometimes you have to stand over it for a second or two. It's really annoying. So that means you got to put it ahead of you. If you put it behind you, you're going to have to go back to pick it up. So if you want to be efficient, you put it right in front of you where you're going and then pick it up as you go. You can also put it on the corner of walls, and that way you can just walk by the wall to pick it up and you don't need to walk into the wall to pick it up. You can also conserve your speed by spamming the super against a wall when you're holding control. That way, when you do need to push out, you can quickly peek around the corner with speed and kill him, as opposed to walking out and then throwing your super, which can make a difference in a lot of interactions. His gadget is very important and very good. In most cases, it's a free kill unless they have a jump or some way to escape. But in most cases, it's a free kill, and you want to use it correctly. If you gadget way too early after the super hits them or gets to them, they're still going to have plenty of time to walk away. There's no stun or slow involved, so you want to wait till they're almost at max range of the pull radius and then pull, because that's going to buy you the most time, because they're going to have to take time to walk away, then get pulled in, and then walk away again, and that'll give you time to get to your super and then get the kill on them. When you do actually get on them, there's a better way to get the most damage in a quick way. So his super will cancel his main attack when he has the gloves, the two big punches, and if you super too early to get the extra 3k damage off, you'll cancel the second punch and you'll only get the first punch and the super. But if you wait until right after the second punch hits and then throw your super, it only adds half a second at most, and you get to do an extra 1.6k damage. So you never want to throw your super too early in the combo. Make sure you get the second punch off and then throw your super, otherwise you're gonna miss a lot of damage off that. Similar to other pulls, stuns, pushes, he can use it to cancel abilities like Frank's super, even Colt and Rico's supers, things that can be canceled, BB attacks. It's really good against BB. It helps Sam win the BB interaction because BB's actually pretty good against Sam if she gets the knockback off. So as long as you cancel the knockback, it's a free kill after that. If you are against a brawler like Shelly or Bull who does a lot of damage at close range and counters you, your best chance is probably to poke at them from the max of your range. But the thing with Sam is his punches are diagonal when he has his gloves, not when he doesn't have his gloves. So to get the most damage and make sure both the punches hit, you have to move clockwise around them. If you move counterclockwise, it makes it really bad and basically none of them hit. And if you stand still, you either get none or one of them to hit. So you're not going to find yourself in that situation a lot, but it is the best way to deal with like a Bull, a Shelly, a Daryl, someone like that. Finally, for the more basic stuff, this rarely happens, but if you do get 3 people to line up, it will give you your super back from just the gloves, and then you can recall it. The recall doesn't do a lot of damage, but then you can just throw it again for another 3k damage. Make sure you don't press the super too early, because if you do, it'll cancel the super for some reason because it's still moving outwards. You gotta wait till it lands first, and then it'll come back to you. Okay, now the more mode-specific and advanced techniques. Starting off with juggling the Brawl ball. Sam is a great ball carrier, but it can be pretty hard to balance having the super, the knuckles with you, and the ball. But if you do it right, you can bring it with you wherever you go. There's 2 methods, and they're both good in different circumstances. The first one is to kick the ball where you want to go, and then throw your gloves to the ball, and then you can go pick them both up again. This is good for when you're going how far the ball is going to go, that distance. It's good. It's also much easier to do. Then the other thing you can do is you can throw the ball to yourself and then throw your super to where you want to go while the ball is bouncing off the wall to yourself, and then go get the super and repeat that. That one's a little harder, but it is better because you can make sure the other team won't get the ball. You're going to maintain possession of it the whole time, except for the half second when it's bouncing off the wall. But it is a lot harder, and it can be bad if you're in a tight space. This is probably the better one to do if you're holding the ball and holding control, but honestly, you could also just put the ball in a better spot and then just go pick it up. Sam is also very good at scoring. Obviously, you can just shoot with the super because you almost always have it, although if you do miss, you're going to be stuck in the state where his punches are like he has his gloves, but you don't have your super, so you have to build it up without having anywhere to pick it up. It's a bad spot, so only use your super if you really know it's going to be a goal, or you've got to risk it because there's not a lot of time left. But using his gadget, he can actually score very easily. Like before with juggling, you want to pass the ball to yourself, throw the super onto the goal where the enemy is defending, and then kick it away from the gloves and then pull them using your gadget at the right time. It'll pull them away. There's nothing they can do about it if you put the stuff in the right spot. They're just forced to either stand within the pull radius or just leave, and then they can't block the shot. Also, while they're being pulled, there's a small time where they can't pick up the ball even if they're standing on top of it because they're in the pulled state. So you can use that to your advantage. You don't need to necessarily pull them away from the ball. You just need to pull them at the right time while the ball is going into the goal. Like I said earlier, one of Sam's biggest counters is going to be knockback or pulls. There is a way you can deal with it a little bit. What you don't want to do is throw your gloves at the people pushing you away, because if you do that, you're just going to be stuck without your gloves, and that is just like the worst possible place you can be in. You never want to be without your gloves. So what you can do is, if you know they're going to pull you, and you know you're going to push you, and you know what direction they're going to push you, you just throw your super back the same direction they're going to push you, and then you'll end up landing right on top of it and getting the heal from it, and then you can and you also get the speed as well, and then you can go push onto them. You could just not use your super. This only helps a little bit, but you do get a free heal out of it, and you also get a free speed boost out of it and can go right back into pushing up on them. Same thing with pulls, Jackie, Jean. I mean, on a Jean, you're realistically going to kill him anyway. I don't know why a Jean's pulling a Sam unless it's gem grab, but if you were low HP for some reason, it definitely could help. If you saw the Jean pulling you, you have a lot of time to react. You just got to auto in the super towards them or aim it. But it really helps with the Jackie interaction because you get an extra 3k damage and a heal immediately starting the fight, and usually you win that interaction if you get the... Finally, if you are playing Sam in Heist, he does a lot of damage to the safe, but there are methods to do the most damage. There's basically 2. The first one is more consistent, but a little slower. It's around 25 seconds to break the safe, no damage gear. Start on the safe, use all your ammo, and then throw your super away towards the nearest wall. Go grab and pick the gloves up, and as you run back, you'll have 2 ammo. You might need to wait for like 0.1 seconds on the safe to get to 2 ammo. use both your ammo with the gloves and then throw your glove again to the wall, and just repeat that over and over and over again. It's a lot more consistent than the other one, and it's still pretty fast. It does a lot of damage. The second method is a lot harder to do consistently, and it only saves like 1.5 seconds, maybe 2 if you do it perfectly. I wouldn't say it's worth it, but I'll show it to you anyway. Once again, use all your ammo immediately, throw your super to the wall, but this time, when you come back, you only use 1 ammo on the safe, and then throw your super out again. As you're running away, you want to do a non-glove main attack, and then you just repeat that process, pick it up, go do 1 attack on the safe, throw your super away, and use 1 main glove attack as you're running to go get the super. But occasionally, I think maybe 2 to 3 times throughout the process, you're gonna have less than 1 ammo as you're running away. If you do have that, don't use a non-glove main attack, because if you do that, you're not gonna have enough ammo when you get back to the thing. So if you are low on ammo, just save your ammo as you're running to pick up the gloves, and that is the best way to get damage, but I don't think it's worth it. I know I'm just gonna use the other one, unless it's like I know it's really close, but it's way more consistent, and it's only like 2 seconds slower for breaking the whole safe. That's it for the guide. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed it, subscribe for more guides, and I'll see you in the next one.